intro. So yeah, I'll write everything down so I don't forget. So first of all, today's video is sponsored by the Cotswold Veg Company. The Cotswold Veg Box Company, sorry. So they bring us a massive donation of food to feed all the tortoises, bearded dragons. So I mean anything that's vegetable eating or fruit eating, stuff like that. So it's a real big, great help. I can't help but look at the comments. Right, so yeah, it's sponsored by them, so go show them some love. I really appreciate it. So we've got the 3 raffle prizes that we'll be drawing today. So the first prize is £30 spend on all our merch. So we've got cups and our vests and stuff like that, or there's hoodies. Do you know what I mean? Anything you want. The second prize is 500 gram of worms, and the third is an axolotl mug that I just showed you. And then we've got a couple of free prizes to give away. So one of them, the free prize, it's not really a prize I suppose, but you're going to be able to name one of our personal axolotls that we've got. So we've got Black Melanoid and it still hasn't got a name, so whoever wins that prize gets to name this axolotl. Nothing rude, do you know what I mean?
If we keep it.
We are keeping it, that's why they're naming it.
No, we weren't keeping it before. I had to bribe you.
Ah, well, we're keeping it now.
Keeping it now.
And then there's a second prize, which is another axolotl mug. We're also going to talk about a couple of bits that bothers us, so I'm going to talk a little bit about breeding and babies and things like that. Just a 5-minute talk. And we're also going to bring some axolotls out. So I've got 2 pens here that I'm going to show you. We're going to bring out the Black Mel, we're going to bring out Nico. I can't bring out any of the rescues because I'm going to be using this tub, so it'll take too long to clean it all. Some of them are still in quarantine. Then Tara's going to talk about tea baths and the importance of that, and also integrated in that is the salt baths and bacterial infections and things like that. So something you can take from there. Oh, hi Ebony. Oh, is that the one whose birthday it was last month? Oh, we've got the snails here. And then at the end, we're going to do a little Q&A, so you can ask us questions, we'll answer it, or we can get some reptiles out, or something like that to show if you want to see some of them. So that's it. So why don't we just go straight into it and draw the third prize raffle. So this is a mug. So, we've got just the random, can you see that? Blah, 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 blah. Random generator, so we've got 90 numbers. Some of them didn't get filled, so if it's like that, I'll just rerun it again. So, generate. So that got 57. Again, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not with me waving around. So 57 is Zane. So Zane, I can't remember your last name, but I know who you are. So
yeah.
So Zane, you won the mug. So I'll write your name there. A bit more organised than last time. So Zane won that, and then so we're going to show you 2 pence. So I'll move this out of the way. Let me get this. Don't know if you'll be able to see her in there. Can you see? This isn't working out very well. I'll just.
You might have to just turn it around like a video.
So, there's 2 pence.
Not happy in this.
Yeah, she don't like it in here. So she's a copper melanoid. If you've been following on the page, she's one of my pride and joys. We had her from a baby, didn't we?
Yeah.
She's a little bit stressed out in this tub because obviously this isn't a home. This was just one that we was going to use for the video, but since you can't even see through the glass, it was a bit of a waste of time, I think.
Yeah, I think maybe you should put that.
Right, so I'm just going to put her back, and then I'll do my chatty thing.
Your chatty thing. What's the next chatty thing?
That is the next chatty thing.
Right, what are you doing next? I'm confused. Phoebe, I'm actually really jealous that you have a G&T because I'm going all kid friendly and have water. See? Very jealous that you have a G&T right about now.
I brought the Black Mel. That's the one that's going to be named soon. So, right, so the next part is me talking about the breeding and babies. So this is going to interest anyone who wants to breed or wants to buy eggs or has a male and female in together. So we strongly recommend culling eggs, if I'm honest, especially if you're not a proper breeder.
Responsible breeder.
Yeah, the main reason for that is because of hets, if you don't know them, and also just the gene line, and it gets complicated. But if you don't know the parents for one, you should definitely cull the eggs. So my main thing, where did I get to? Here. Right, so also, if you're going to be breeding, like I just said then, you need to know the hets. That is very important. You need to know where they're coming from. We're getting so many axolotls now, and there's a lot of babies that are deformed. They're just, some of them just completely messed up, and it's not fair. See, Sorry, I just saw the comment.
Like the ones we've got like 74
Yeah, we picked
babies
up 74
that we
babies.
picked up from another rescue. They're that deformed that half of them have got like half gills on one side or no gills on one side whatsoever.
It's also a lot of, you need a lot of space and a lot of time. So if an axolotl lays eggs, they can lay up to like 1,500 eggs, which is an awful lot. So each baby, once they've got their front legs, needs to be housed separate, or else they're going to eat each other and just nip limbs, and then as soon as a limb's nipped, then there's room for bacterial infections, and so on and so forth. So they all need to have their own room. So say you keep 300 babies, you need 300 different pots, and each day you need to do 300 water changes. You also need to feed every day 300 axolotls, which it's a lot, and it costs a lot of money. And to be fair, by the time it comes to rehoming them, you're probably not even going to make that money back, unless you try cutting corners, which isn't fair on the animal. So you've also got to think at the moment, especially with lockdown and things like that, you can't be going out delivering and things like that. That's not really essential travel. So you've got to take that into consideration. So I've said money. So yeah, rehoming as well. So we was guilty for this before. We was rehoming some of the babies when we got eggs brought on eBay. But we stopped that completely because you can't make sure on that they're going to give them the correct care, and they've got the care guides and things like that. So we've stopped doing that.
You don't get any conversation with people on eBay. That's
yeah.
So you can't ask them any questions.
So that went out the window ages ago. Then you've got to think about how you're going to ship them, and that can be expensive. And then you've got to find a correct courier like APC. And to be fair, we try and hand deliver a majority of ours because even APC, do you know? And it's as soon as you've handed that parcel over, it's into their hands. And some delivery drivers, you know, they just chuck the parcels over. So you've got to be really careful. So we try our hardest, and I can't remember last time we used them, if I'm honest. It was a long time ago,
I think the main thing with babies is that if you're going to bring these animals into the world because you want money, for one, you're not going to get that much money, honestly. You're not. That's just a fact. And two, it's your responsibility to find out where these babies are going. It's okay you breeding them and bringing them up, and yeah, you do a great job for like 8 weeks, 12 weeks or whatever. But where are these axolotls actually going? Because if you don't get, good homes for them and knowledgeable homes for them, where are they going to end up? In a rescue?
And then,
or dead, to be fair.
The amount of axolotls we've actually picked up off breeders because they just can't cope with them.
Because they can't cope with the amount anymore.
I think right now we've got 150 babies approximately in there that we have to do water changes for every day. And then we've got the adults as well. So, do you know what I mean? We have a hell of a lot of water changes to do every day.
Even if you do end up with an accidental clutch, and you know that the parents are not related, and you do want to bring up a few babies, just for the experience of it, just cull most of them and keep a few of them behind. Yeah. There's absolutely no need to keep a full clutch and think that you can raise them. We've done it before, haven't we?
Yeah, it's extremely hard work.
It is extremely hard work. It's extremely expensive.
We don't even accept eggs anymore. We used to, but not no more. But anyway, so I think that's enough about babies and breeding. Basically, if you're not going to be responsible, don't do it. So now we're going to draw a free prize. So right here, there's 2 free prizes. So this is where you all need to listen up. So there's prize 1 and there's prize 2. I'm lazy and couldn't be bothered to write prize on the second one. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. And it's up to you which one. So in a minute, I'm going to get you to comment 1 or 2. Whoever comments first, after I've said go, wins whichever number they wrote in the comments. So I'll do a countdown, and when I say go, that's when you need to comment. Okay? So 5, 4, go. No one's commenting. No one's commenting.
It's not working.
Did anybody want the free prize? So you need to comment number 1. Oh, Zoe's one. That took a while. Right, so Zoe Young, you got there first, unless it's delayed somewhere.
Oh, Megan's got number 2.
Well, Zoe Young, you won free prize number 1. So, because you commented number 1, so that's what you've won.
Megan got number 2.
Well, Megan don't win number 2 because the other free prize is later. There was only 1 winner for each prize time.
Oh.
So, prize number 1, what is it? Can't remember. So prize 1 is to choose the name of the black melanoid axolotl. So Zoe, let me show you the black melanoid. I brought her through. Well, I'm pretty sure it's a her.
Really?
I think it's going to be a her. So she is, how old is she? 7 months now.
Yeah, she's about 7 months.
So she's 7 months. It's really hard to see the camera because I can't flip the camera. I don't know if you can or not. But can everyone see her? So she is absolutely stunning. So she's about 7 months old now. Oh, them girls are awesome. There, there. So yeah, we had her from a baby. So Zoe Young, you get to choose the name for her. Or him.
Not sure on that one.
Right, so where are we at?
You're right anyway, dear.
Right, so we've done the free prize. So now we're going to do the second raffle prize. So that's who wins 500 gram of worms. Is the chat lagging? People coming for you. Oh, I'm guessing so. Oh, Zane, you won a prize. Is here. So Zane, you won the first prize, wasn't it? So, Zane, you won an Axolotl mug. Sorry if it's lagging. We'll just do whichever comment comes first on ours. It's the only way we can do it. Right, so I'm going to generate a number for the second prize, which is 500 grams of worms. Generate number 46. Don't know if you can see that, but I'll try. So 46 was Gina Currington. I like Gina. That's Charlie Peach's nan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Should I be worried?
Right, so Gina Currington. So you've won 500 gram of worms. Well done. So now I'm going to hand it over to you.
Oh, is it me?
Enjoy.
What am I doing?
So you're just doing your talk about tea baths.
Ah, right, okay, tea baths. Right, so we have a few messages about tea baths. And yay, Nan. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about your Nan and this one at the moment. Might have to have words. Right, so tea baths. Tea baths are used for fungal infections. If your axolotl has maybe had an injury and you want to try and stop it from getting any fungal infections. If your axolotl has had an injury in the tank, maybe been nipped by another axolotl, maybe been stuck on something, so its foot, you know, whatever.
Just going to go put her back.
Yeah. Please, can you take out of the tank at that time and tub? You don't even have to do tea baths if you don't want to, but we do stress that when axolotls have injuries, it is really better to be in a tub just because you can sort the temperature out a little bit better than you can in a tank. If you've got a little bit of higher temperature in your tank, then you know you get a little bit of a cut on the arm or on the foot or whatever, it is most likely going to get an fungal infection. So yeah, so tea baths are used for fungal infections, injuries, and maybe to soothe the slime coat as well. You know, some of the axolotls sometimes jump out and stuff like that. This can be used for situations like that. So we use caffeinated tea baths only. The reason is decaffeinated has not got the strong tannins that they have in caffeinated tea baths. Oh, I'm losing my voice. No flavour tea baths or anything like that. Just go to your local supermarket. If you don't drink tea, just their own brand, Aldi, Tesco, Aldi, you know, whatever. Just normal caffeinated tea baths. So the amount of tea bags that you're going to use for the tea bath, I'm getting confused. It's going to depend on the symptoms and how bad it is, basically. So you should maybe message a member of admin or message me. So if you've got a heavy fungal infection, the sign of a heavy fungal infection is if the eyes go blue over the axolotl. That's one of the strongest fungal infections that we've had before. You're going to have to use 3 or 4 tea bags in a cup, leave it to brew for 10 minutes, take the tea bags out. I usually just put it in the freezer if it's an emergency, just to cool it down. If you've got something like just soothing a slime coat, or maybe your axolotl is tubbed for an injury, just use 1 or 2 tea bags just to keep that clean for, you know, a little bit. But like I say, if there's any fungal infections or anything like that, just message us, because then we can tell you the right amount and the right amount of days as well. So a really bad fungal infection, you're going to go up to 5 days of tea baths. If that doesn't work, then it's going to be a methylene blue bath. Now we do that as a very, very last resort, because I don't like chemicals being involved with axolotls. They don't seem to bear well with them, to be honest. Yeah, so up to 5 days. But like I said, just message me or message admin, you know, whatever, then we'll sort that one out. The very last thing I'm going to say is after meth blue baths, you come on to stuff like bacterial infections. Bacterial infections is inner infections. The symptoms of this are red limbs, not eating, floating. You test your parameters are all right and everything else, but your axolotl's really unwell. In our opinion, that needs a vet. So fungal infections are like fluff in their gills, the slime coat looks cloudy, their eyes are cloudy blue. That's fungal infections. Bacterial infections need a vet. Now, all the times that we've been to a vet, they've actually diagnosed it with a bacterial infection, or we've actually had sepsis.
Yeah,
Septicemia from Mr. Hardy, which is one of our own axolotls. And they do an Baytril injectable solution, which is injected into a bath. We prefer this rather than injecting the axolotl. They don't tend to fare well.
They're in the bath and they're about 8 hours.
They're in the bath for about 8 hours a day, and then in their normal tub in between. So this is first aid stuff, and this is stuff that you can message us about, and that is absolutely not a problem. We'll run through everything until you need to go to a vet. But if we say that you need to go to a vet, then that's all the information that we can provide. We aren't a vet, we're not a specialist. We can just come to you with the information that we've got already. So if we tell you after everything that we've done, and we'll help you as much as we can, if we say you need to go to a vet, then you need to. So when you get an axolotl, best thing to do, because it's an exotic animal, is ring around your vets and find someone that deals with them. Because then at least when you're in an emergency or something happens, you've got someone you can ring.
Right, that's that bit done. So I think that's good advice. Right, so recently as well, everyone's been asking us to weigh Nico. So if you don't remember, first of all, it's a Neve. I reckon that's a great name. Neve? That is Neve, that's how you pronounce it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Neve. So that's what we're going to call her. Or him. Can you call a guy Neve?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, we
Call
will
you
do.
also,
We will do.
okay.
I mean, Dingo is a girl. Right, so I'll show you Nico. Everyone loves Nico. So this is Nico. So if you remember Nico,
You come in really completely white.
Nico came in, she was near enough pure white. Now she's got all that dark pigmentation back, apart from like the scarring that's on her head, and also a part of her sail fin and down the back of her tail. But she is a chunky monster.
Loves her food.
She loves the food. So everyone's been asking if we can weigh her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh her, and we're going to see how much she weighs. So I've got my weighing scales. So we'll do it in grams. So actually, I need Nico.
Taking over my side of the table.
So I know this live isn't as exciting as the last one, getting all the reptiles out, but we wanted also some of it to be part educational. Right, so she weighs 260 grams. So we're going to put you back in this one. If I'm honest, I thought she'd weigh more than that. I thought she would have weighed more than that, because she is big.
She's just generally a big chunky axolotl. Her belly is completely off the floor, which is a good thing. If you've got one where the belly is on the floor, then maybe it needs to go in a diet. A tiny bit. Maybe knock off a couple of days.
Right, so I hope you got to see the pictures of the axolotls. I know it's hard. I did have a vision, though they could be on view all the time. You could just see through the glass, but it didn't work. Right, so now we're going to do our second free prize. So for this second free prize, when I say go, whichever comment I see first, I'm sorry if it's not the correct comment, but it's whichever one I see first, wins. So this is the second prize. So when I say go, everyone can comment. So 3, go. See what I do? I like to mix it up. So just waiting.
You didn't say 3, 2, 1.
I know. I said just say go because I said do it when I say go. So
That's cheating.
well, now I think it is lagging.
3, 2, 1.
So Megan put her heart. Oh, so yeah, it was the next comment, wasn't it? So Megan, you won. I did say comment. So Megan, you won the axolotl mug. So let me write that down because I just forget
Find out if
everything.
she wants a name on it or not.
So that was for the second free prize.
Megan, message me if you want your name on it and I'll stick it on there.
Axolotl mug. So if anybody did want one of these mugs, these are £8 and also you can have your name wrote underneath it there, and they look quite nice with a name on. So now
Use them for tea baths.
we're going to do the first raffle, the winners of the raffle. So this is for £30 spends. So the last winner was 46. So I'm going to generate a number. How old is Nico? Unfortunately, I don't know. We got from in Cardiff. Actually, it came from Cardiff.
Yeah, it was a tank that was.
It was 15 inches by 15 inches square.
Absolutely full of gravel.
And there was 2 of them in there.
There was 2 of them in there. They was on mealworms.
Yeah.
They was on mealworms.
On gravel. It was filthy. It was just a tiny little filter.
It was basically this poor woman had lost her husband the year before. They were his axolotls, and after he passed, she just didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
To be fair, so there's no judgment on that part. One of them unfortunately passed away. Nico was completely white when we got her.
It's crazy. Never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, completely white, and now she's turned back to complete dark colours, hasn't she?
It's just weird how also like the scarring on her head is
I'm not
like
sure if it's
stayed
scarring.
there.
I'm not sure if it's scarring.
Yeah,
I think it's.
She was a pure wild before, the lady said, and then she went pale to white, and now she's come back to. Do you know what I mean? She's not a mosaic, so. But anyway, so we're not sure, but she's a big chunky girl. Right, so I'm going to generate for the first prize.
Big chunky and greedy.
33. Who was 33? Laura Smith. Well done. So Laura Smith has actually been a great help to us, and she's a good foster for some of our axolotls.
Yeah, can I just say as well about Laura Smith? She's not only helping us with axolotls, she's in Kent, if you don't mind me saying, and she takes in a lot of reptiles and axolotls. She's basically what we do, but just on a little bit of a smaller scale for now, because I think she might get bigger, to be fair, if Carl lets her.
Right, so now that's us finished. So what we'll do now, if you want to ask us some questions or something, we can answer them. Or if you want to see one of our reptiles or something, I don't mind grabbing one of them out. And we'll do that for 5 minutes. Or a little bit longer when it comes to getting animals out, because we get excited. But hello, Nebula.
She's knocked her light down again.
Right, so see, this is all lagging, so we just got to wait. Also, then while we're on live, actually, so just recently, a lot of bearded dragons, but I'll get one out right now. A lot of people are messaging us because they need their axolotl rescuing. Now, we don't take a penny from anything that comes into this rescue, and because of the pandemic, understandably, we don't really get many donations or anything like that. The way we try and earn the money to fund the rescue, I was about to say restaurant then, is by we sell the worms and the merch and, do you know what I mean, doing the raffle prizes and just stuff like that to try and tie us over a little bit. But still, majority of it comes out of our own pockets. And especially with it coming up to Christmas, sometimes we can be a little bit skinned. And we can't go. Some people like demand us to be the next day there picking their axolotls up from 100 miles away. It's just sometimes it's just not possible for us to do it. And even though we do try our hardest to get out there, some people have been a little bit mean in their responses of the time it can take. So if we say, right, 4 days away or something like that, and they say 4 days, I thought it was a rescue. We do try our best, and I hope most of you guys understand that. But right, it's a bearded dragon. Do you know, I had to put the table right where the bearded dragon is. Hello, Mystique. Alright, sweetheart. Right.
Who is the best behaved out of the reptiles and who is the worst? Right, I tell you now, the worst, if you want to get him out, you can do, but I ain't going anywhere near him.
Who?
That one.
Oh, yeah. Right. Sorry. So this is our bearded dragon. This is Misty. We will finish off that question 1 second. But this is Misty. She came into the rescue.
Megan said Cass is the worst behaved.
And she's got all a deformed foot. Now this goes on from breeding. As far as we're aware, this is how she was born. And deformities sometimes can happen, but sometimes it's also done by being irresponsible. but she is. We decided to keep her because who doesn't want a dragon? You know.
Beautiful. You're beautiful, aren't you?
So anyway, back to the worst behaved pets. So that's
Right, so the worst behaved one that we've got is...
my basilisk.
Yeah, basilisk.
Lalana.
Called Lalana, which is after a football
beautiful?
player.
Yeah, it was a Liverpool.
He is awful. It's alright with gas sometimes, but he actually managed to get me, didn't he?
Yeah.
A few weeks back. Yeah, and he proper got me on my hand and just would not let go. It was like, oh, I've wanted you for months. I'm not letting you go now.
So green basilisk, there's green basilisk and there's brown basilisk. Green ones are still a bit hard to tame, but they're a lot easier than a brown one. And when we got him, he wasn't a baby or anything like that. He was quite wild, so I thought, do you know what, just leave him be, let him do what he wants to do. And now he's just a display animal. I'll do sometimes get him out, do you know, because sometimes he can have a bit of shed as well, and just give him a check over.
Don't know if you try get him out.
See, in his new enclosure is full of vines and things like that now, so it can be quite... Oh no, he wanted to play today.
I'm not going there.
So this is Lalana.
Like yeah, he don't like me. Look at it. Look.
All right, calm down. Shh.
Hey.
Right. Hey. No. 1 minute.
Back at it.
So I think it's women. He doesn't like women, and some animals do actually know that. If I'm honest. So some animals do, and so you can see he's quite an angry little fella. Sometimes he can be all right, but I tend not to handle him. I just let him be who he wants to be. He wants to be angry, just let him go be angry. But like I say, we sometimes do get you our daughter. Hey, he's still a feisty devil. But yeah, we got him from, I can't remember where we got him from, but it was years ago actually. We've actually had him, it's probably been the longest resident here. And he came in and he had a hole in the side of him. I forgot what you call it now, the spike on his head. It's just all been, he's been wrecked. But we try our best to get him back, and it's not going to change much now. He's too old. Aren't you, buddy? Eh?
Still live your
life. Loves bathing. He loves bathing and climbing up his trees. He likes a bath. There you go. I used to actually have him in a massive paludarium tank. Which was paludarium.
Paludarium.
That's just my accent.
Okay.
I blame it on that. Which was pretty cool. So should we be getting the job? You got more chance of Tara attacking me. Right, so did you want to see another animal? What shall I get out? Let's get my little reptile dog out. I love this little dog.
Oh, God.
Come here, my beautiful.
You are cool, aren't you?
Normally their lights are off by now. I can't remember if I just said that. But we kept them on just because we was going live. So this is a sedan-plated lizard. And like most of our animals, to be fair, I can just go in the Viv and take them out. With big snakes, still recommend using a hook first. So it's just showing them the respect.
We are very, very lucky actually. The way we treat them, they treat us the same way back, don't they? To be honest.
I don't know if you haven't followed us on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. You'll see a video of him as well. It went quite viral actually. And when I call him, in his Viv, he comes to me, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. You do. You look sleepy. We're keeping you awake, aren't we?
Yeah, so this one's, unfortunately, there was a lady in a rescue that passed away a few months ago. So we've took in her animals. You can tell how much she loved them, because they're just absolutely fantastic. And as soon as they've warmed to us and everything here, they've been great on there. I think this one, again, is about 15 years old.
It's 15 years old, so he is pretty old, yeah, same as the Chuck Waller.
I think they only live to about 10 to 12 years as well.
Best behaved reptile, in my opinion, is going to be Frank, our reticulated python, but I'm not going to get him out. But I will get him out on the next video if you want me to.
What's the most colourful reptile you have?
So what's TikTok is Axolotl Reptile Rescue. Oh, I do share it about on our page. So the most colourful one is probably Princess. Oh, then again... so we've got a tiger reticulated python called Princess, but we've also got an albino granite Burmese python called Jeffrey. Let's get Jeffrey out.
Yeah, let's get Jeffrey out. He's ace.
Oh, but then again, the Dummerils is... I don't know.
No, get Jeffrey out first.
Then we've got pumpkin as well. Pumpkin's bright. Got a pastel. Got Pegasus. Yes. By the way, yes, I'm in my pajamas. I wore the top to make it look professional.
Nebula really wants to come out.
Right. So again, Jeffrey is actually a tame animal, and we do let children hold him. But I always, again, recommend with any of the bigger snakes, just using a hook. I always use the soft side. That's just my preference, because this is sharp. Do you know what? It's hard. So say they went to buy that, that could actually hurt them. So none of my snakes I don't think would, but just to be safe, I use the soft side, or I'll have some kitchen roll near me, and then they'll go for that.
What's the worst case of neglect you've rescued from or brought an animal back from?
For me, that would be Clover.
Nicole, the Tower Rescue Cat. That's a great one. Oh, right, I tell you what, there's one that has really annoyed me in the past couple of weeks. It really upset me as well.
Hey, Jeffrey.
There's a few that's made me cry. Joey made me cry, I must admit.
Oh, yeah, Joey was super thin, wasn't he?
Joey was super thin. He was like smaller than my...
Terry and Thor. Thor was bad.
Yeah, smaller than my little finger. Thor was terrible. But one thing that really got my back up... yeah, Joey, Megan, yeah, definitely. One thing that really got my back up is that we collected a axolotl, and the woman messaged me and said she had 15 years of experience, but she completely forgot about everything. I know you think I'm going to rant, but I'm not. I'll make it really quick. She had 15 years of experience, but she forgot everything. So her daughter had this axolotl in a tank, no filter, water changes every 2 weeks, if they could be bothered. The axolotl was floating, at the time not eating. So anyway, we went, non-judgmental, picked it up. Yeah, it was in an absolute mess. The problem was going to the toilet, which I actually managed to sort out. I managed to get him eating. Anyway, she messaged me and got really annoyed when I didn't reply straight away. I did explain that, you know, got 5 kids and a lot of animals to look after. She said she wasn't interested in my life story. She sent me a lot of abusive messages when I tried to tell her that being in a tank with no filter, no water changes probably caused, you know, the problems that he had. Again, she got aggressive with me, sent me lots of nasty messages. You know, we're not here for the person to pass on the snake to us and then us be at their beck and call and us do what they want to do. And when I tried to explain to her that the reasons why this axolotl was poorly was because of the way it was kept, she attacked me verbally. And it's really upsetting because I don't like getting messages like that. And unfortunately the axolotl did pass away. And obviously, you know, it's all my fault, all the rest of it. But we're not here for that. Like, we will help anybody, no matter what the situation is. Be completely non-judgmental. We won't care what you've done to that axolotl or whatever. I don't care. We just care about getting the animals here. But afterwards, once the animal's been surrendered, they're in our care, and I haven't got any. You know, we're not then there to help you or to the person that, you know, handed it in. We're there to help the animal.
So this is Dingo.
She
This
actually.
is female.
Yep.
So she is awesome. Sorry, I get a bit overexcited when I get animals out, don't I?
I don't get the boa. I like the boa. I do like that boa.
Good girl.
Then again, Nebula's asking to come out as well.
Hey, beautiful. Wanna come out? Go and film? Go on then. I hate this water. So heavy.
Yeah, we have had to stop letting people get to us a little bit because we used to get certain messages off certain people about stuff, and it was upsetting, but we're prepared for it now. Do you know what I mean? We put ourselves out there anyway, so we put ourselves out there for opinions, and if we get negative ones, we get negative ones. But what I will say, take this opportunity to say, is that I will get back to everyone in messages. Guys will get back to everyone in messages. It's just sometimes it will take time. You know, if it's 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the daytime, it's because we've got kids we're picking up from school and whatever.
No, boas are so strong when they want to
Very
grab.
strong. Come here. Come here. This is one actually that will be going out for.
Well, it's up for adoption, yeah.
It's up for adoption, yeah. Well, where are you? Yeah, she's beautiful. Red-tailed boa.
You're a big girl, aren't you?
Absolutely gorgeous. Very placid. Emma says she's a big fan of
Big fan of Derpy Boy Terry.
Derpy Boy Terry. Shall we get Derpy Boy Terry out?
No, well, with Terry though, no, because he's on the stand, and
I must admit though, we found another Derpy Terry, haven't we? So basically, what the problems with Terry is that he's had a bacterial infection when we picked him up, and it wasn't dealt with. So when we dealt with it, it was too late. And even though he sorted out his bacterial infection, you'll know Terry from the group if you look his name up. Bacterial infections, that's my drink. Bacterial infections that are not caught and treated at the vets.
Let's put you back.
There we go.
But yeah. Red-tailed boa. There you go.
If they're untreated, eventually they can cause neurological problems. I've actually had a message of someone in a different country actually that's not really got many vets out there. They had a bacterial infection and it was solved and everything with. She's not happy now, is she?
She's been out loads.
Yeah, solved by antibiotics and everything else. Well, because it wasn't sorted quick enough, now they've got neurological problems. It could be swimming upside down.
I forgot about Sheila, that is colourful. A leopard gecko.
Hang on, just got something in the mouth. Get that over.
See? Forgot about you, and you're colourful. Right, so was there any animal in specific you wanted to come out, or...?
I think the main things with rescues that we do get blogged in with the ones that aren't colourful.
Yeah.
People seem to go for animals that are striking and that catch their eye and everything, and they don't realise that, with whales, with axolotls, with Frank being a normal retic, they are just bland. They are just bland brown, black colours or whatever, and they're not exactly attractive to people, so the rescues end up with most of them colours in. But I mean, whales are absolutely fantastic. Frank is absolutely fantastic, being a normal retake. He's like a puppy. You can have him out. You can stroke his chin or whatever. He ain't bothered.
We don't, Amanda. So just quickly, so Nicole said about fridging. I was actually, instead of talking about breeding and babies, I was actually going to do about fridging. But I thought on our group just recently, everyone seems to be a bit more clued up on basically you do not fridge under any circumstances, in my opinion. I'll just do a quick couple of reasons because Nicole said there. So one of the reasons is an axolotl should not go below 10 degrees. Just, there shouldn't be. And I don't know about your fridge, but I think my fridge is set at 6. So that's definitely too cold for an axolotl if they shouldn't go below 10. There's also loads of other factors, so you can't keep an eye on them. You can't see them while they're in the fridge. Are they coming up often for air, so you need to install a bubbler? If they're in the fridge, are you going to put a bubbler in there? It's impractical. Also, every time you open your fridge, a light comes on, so you've got that startlement. And as soon as you startle that axolotl, sometimes you do it and they're flying around the tank. They're going to do that in that small tub. If it's in a fridge, you can't put a massive one in there, can you? So every time you open that, they're going to be thrashing about. That's going to be stressful for them as well. It's just, I don't see any point in putting an axolotl in the fridge. If anything, put them in a cold room, a cold, dark room. I'll put a fan on it. Use ice bottles. There's other ways of cooling your axolotl down. Yes, if it's close to death, some people do. But what you got to remember is, say they're close to death, you're putting them in the fridge. That can also stall their death. And if it's painful or something like that, you're also keeping them in pain for longer. So you got to also think of that, which way you want to go. But that's what I mean. Make sure you've got an exotic vet before you even think about getting any sort of exotic animal. That's my opinion on it.
So Emily says, apart from the axolotls, what's an animal you get a lot of into the rescue? What do we get asked about mainly? For homes.
No, what animal do you get a lot of?
Yeah.
So what other animals do we get a lot of? So bearded dragons, we've had a few
Bearded
of them in.
dragons, a hell of a lot.
Tortoises just recently.
Yeah.
Then again, we've actually rehomed all of them apart from Apple, which we're
Bearded
keeping.
dragons seem to be a massive one, don't they?
Yeah. But a lot of it is snakes. But because there's so many different snakes, do you know what I mean? It's like, I know most rescues are corn snakes and things like that, but in ours, we actually haven't took that many in. I'm looking around trying to think, so. Royal pythons, we've probably had the most of.
Royals,
Yeah.
I think they look cute as babies, don't they? But they get bored and as they get older. Like I say, it's the pattern and the colouring of things. Everyone wants exciting, fantastic colours, and you know, I just.
Well, for example, you can use Nebula for an example here. So Nebula has been at the rescue for about 3 months now. She had 4 months,
No,
4 or 5 months actually, and she had an abscess on the side of her mouth. Now that's gone, and she's completely fine now to leave to go to a new home. She can be a little bit flinchy. If
She was actually used as a breeder snake as well, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
So she doesn't strike feed either.
No, she doesn't strike feed, and she's a bit chunky in the body, which we're trying to. We
Well,
are
no,
sorting out.
She's,
at the minute.
she knows she's already back to the normal weight now.
Yeah, she's
fine
lost
now.
some weight now. But yeah, she was a breeder. She would just knock out babies one after another, bless her.
But she's been up for adoption now for about 2 months, I think it must be, and I don't think we've had a single inquiry about her, which is such a shame because I don't know if you can see her properly, but she is a very beautiful snake, and she can be a little bit flinchy if you go near the face like that. But do you know what I mean? You just don't go near her face. Other than that, I go straight in the Viv and get her out. 'Cause she's only a small snake, compared to what we used to. So
She likes to hang around your neck though and squeeze you like she wants to kill you.
she's watching herself in the
Just be
camera.
worried, yeah.
You're
This is the
pretty
one
girl.
that hung around my neck the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're strong.
Yeah, she made me red a little
You're strong.
bit, didn't you?
Just imagine one of them actually biting me just live on Facebook.
I'd
Do you know?
want to record that.
Honestly, I've kept snakes since I was a kid, and I've only ever been bit once, and that was by a carpet python. And everyone knows they are quite nifty. Yeah, it's Pegasus.
Yeah, Pegasus.
And that was the only time, and never done it since. You're Nebula. You're awesome. I love your pattern.
Pegasus, out of all the animals we've had, apart from that little idiot over there, that basilisk. Sorry, I don't like him.
Aw. One of my favourites.
Yeah,
I like the angry, feisty animals, and normally when we get them, I like to change. Like we had an iguana. Someone went through a bad breakup, so we had them just here on holiday. We don't do boarding. It was just like a favour for some good, valued members of the group as well. And I managed to tame her down. It's just I love doing stuff like that.
Well, then unfortunately she had a dislocated hip, didn't she?
Yeah. What about you? You're a beautiful one.
Sorry.
You're not going
Oh, so this is a rare one. Hang on, she's pretty. There's no royals, only three unique. Red stars, hearts, aliens, triggers, all sorts of awesome. Nebula's valuable. Yeah,
I've seen them with
them
emojis and stuff.
They're absolutely fantastic. I don't know why people don't like them, to be honest.
This is a chuckwalla. So we have found another one in the UK now, so it's not the only one. There's one in London.
London, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love how different his tail looks compared to the rest of him. It's
like the Firefly Axolotl.
Yeah, it is. It is super awesome. He's still a little bit feisty, but he's 15 years old as well, so he is really old. And with chuckwallas, when they have a mate, normally I always call them the wife, I don't know. But once the wife dies, normally the males don't actually last too much longer after that. Now, his missus died about 6 years ago, the previous owner told us. So, how he's lasted so long is quite unique and pretty cool. Isn't it? But you're an old man, so he's staying with us for the rest of his days, because I think the life expectancy is actually between 10 and 12 years for a chuckwalla. I might be mistaken, but I think in captivity that's it. But in captivity, sometimes they can tend to live a bit longer, can't you, buddy? Eh? And it's so soft under his chin compared to a normal reptile. It's like a baby's bum underneath her. Super cool, ain't you? I'll put you back. Hey, Grandad. What?
It's Ava running around apparently.
Yeah.
On one.
There you go, buddy. You go back home. Right then. So I think we. What do you guys think of the Firefly Axolotls? It's absolutely ridiculous, and anyone caught doing it should get shot.
Don't. Firefly Axolotls, I don't agree with. I just think I don't see the point in messing about with them. I've been shot down before by even putting an upset face on an axolotl, Firefly Axolotl. I know they're in the egg and apparently can't feel the pain and blah blah and all the rest of it.
There's so many beautiful axolotls. There's no need to mess with them more.
All this is for money.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It is for money. It's not for anything else. If them Firefly Axolotls went for a tenner, they would not do it. They are doing it because they can mess about with their genetics, make these pretty axolotls, which to be honest, I don't find pretty anyway. And they can get hundreds and hundreds of pounds for them. That's the only reason they do it. Pet shops and all the rest of it, and all the other ones that we have arguments with, the breeders and all the rest of it. I'm not against breeders whatsoever. Not at all. Responsible ones. But the people that do it for money, do the fireflies for money and all the rest of it, they are using an animal for your personal gain, and that is what I do not agree with.
Yeah.
That is what I do not agree with.
Right, so someone said about Chihuahuas living in pairs. So, I'd like to say, so I can't remember how you pronounce it. It's the Gila monster. Now, they're actually a venomous lizard, and it's the next one up. Now, Chihuahuas are related to them. Like I say, it's kind of the same. Now, when their partner dies in the wild, I can remember watching a documentary, say one got run over by a car, the male or the female would actually stay with that partner for a few days and grieve, which is pretty unique.
How long would you grieve for me for?
Oh, at least an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, pushing it.
Right, so yeah, breeding for something like that for financial gain, messing, do you know what I mean, chopping things up, I don't see why you would have to do that. Do you know what I mean? You want something unique, find a mosaic which is naturally occurring. Yes, you're going to be paying a lot of money, but if you want something unique, something you've got to pay a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? Simple. Otherwise, get a wild, because I think they're unique. Each one's completely different.
So yeah, this is another thing as well. Everyone wants Lucy's. I think actually Lucy's are quite boring.
Yeah.
We've got so many wilds at the moment. That's from a couple of clutches that was left to us in lockdown. I think they're absolutely stunning, some of them wilds.
Yeah, there's some with really big iridophores on, and
yeah,
I'm keeping one to see what it looks like when it grows up, because it just looks awesome.
I'm keeping quite a few. You just haven't you don't know which ones I'm keeping yet.
Right, so I think that's it. So I know the beginning of this video and stuff was a lot of talk, and it wasn't like great, but our main goal is to be educational. We want to have fun at the same time, but if we can help some people learn something, especially the younger generation, so when we're older and stuff, and say our kids take over the rescue, hopefully there's not going to be as many animals coming in. So which is your guys' favourite colorations of axolotls? So my favourite colour is wilds. I love wilds.
It is the wilds, but I must admit my favourite is the ones with red or purple gills.
But saying that, my favourite axolotl that I've got is 2pence. 2pence is, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't swap 2pence for a mosaic or golden out, a nag, or anything.
I'm not keen on 2pence.
What?
No. Like Mr. Hardy that had sepsis. No two worlds are ever the same. Yeah, exactly. And they're so different. Put them on some natural sand and a bit of greenery and they really do stand out. Like, yeah, that's exactly. But then, hang on, what's your favourite species? Oh, reptile. Oh.
Do you know what? I've got to say, I think it's reticulated pythons.
Yes, I have to agree.
They are not for beginners. Do you know what I mean? They're full of personality, and you've got to,
they wreck your house.
Before you start handling
They wreck
them,
your house.
you need to learn what they're thinking, and do you know what I mean? You can eventually understand your animal. You know if they're hungry, do you know what I mean? You know when they're starting to hunt. You know if they want to come out. You know if they're, feeling angry that time.
You can sense their moods after a while.
Yeah.
Especially with Princess. I mean, Frank is just completely docile constantly, isn't he? Even when he wants food.
Frank is our most tamest animal, and he's about 10 foot long.
I think he's about 12 foot last time I measured him.
I can't remember. Oh, I remember having one there stretched.
He's about 12 foot, and I think he's the most docile animal we've got. Princess, when we got her, was a bit funny. I think she's about 15 foot now. But, like, retics, honestly, I think they have to be our favourite, don't they? Big gentle giants. Big gentle giants, I agree. I think
who could not love a snake like that?
See, even like she's hissing
God, she's
a
heavy.
bit. Yeah, she is heavy. But it's just I've got anxiety. I worry about like really stupid little things. But this snake and Frank, no anxiety whatsoever. Just don't care.
I say it all the time. Frank is one of my best friends.
Yeah.
When my Aunt Tina died, who meant an awful lot to me, I actually came back that night. I got Frank out and I sat with him for a good half an hour. He was in the bath, and that's how I spent my night. It's almost like therapy.
Snakes.
Some
Awesome
animals,
snakes.
And they've all got a mind of their own. They all do what they want. Frank loves the attention. Princess, when you let her out, she wants to go off and do her own thing.
She's more independent.
Yeah.
Frank, definitely.
And these two we actually got from a rescue, but these used to be co-hab together as well, which we don't recommend. We sometimes have them both out together under strict supervision by both of us. But also with big snakes, I will say, don't get them out by yourself. I would never. I would have them out roaming.
Frank and Princess weigh?
I don't know. Our scales broke, so I can't even weigh them.
Yeah, stepping on the scales to that one neither.
But
break when I get on it.
I'll weigh them. I'll get some scales next week and we'll weigh
them.
What was I saying? But yeah, so we have them out under strict supervision. But yeah, don't hold them by yourself. I would get them out to roam, even though I trust them 100%. I'll get them out to roam by myself and guide them back. But I wouldn't pick them up and put them on my shoulders or something like that. I would only do that with Tara here, because even though I possibly could get them off, why would you risk it? Then you don't want to be scared next time you're handling an animal as well. So you've always got to think in advance. But she is.
She's beautiful, I must admit. That one's mine anyway.
See, I actually made a mistake then. It's like, I always say to go in with a hook. I have to say that time I actually forgot. But that's because I'm on video, I get so excited.
Yeah, she's absolutely... I can't say, like, I think as long as you treat them right, as long as you look after them right, you know, handle them and make...
Love them. Just
love them, make a rapport with them, have a relationship with them. I know it sounds a bit silly to have a relationship with a snake, but you do have to, I think.
Yeah.
You do. We get snakes in that we've never seen before, never handled before, and all the rest of it. Within 4 weeks of them being here, well, they've never bit us anyway so far, touch wood. But we've got a relationship with that snake. We know what their moods are. We know when they're hungry. We know when they want to come out.
You've got to learn to read your animals.
We know when they're angry, so just to leave them alone. You've got to respect their way of living.
When we got them, her and Frank, they was both striking out at us. Never got bit by one.
I've never seen a retic strike that far, to be fair.
Yeah.
Frank was striking at you at like 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah. But then within a few days, they're just the right sort of husbandry and stuff like that. They just tame right down. No, Princess, you're going back. So these are actually going into sheds, into full big 8x4 sheds. Well, 8x6x4 or whatever.
I know. Yeah, they won't be. Our plan is. The problem is we had this plan before lockdown.
Yeah.
So we had some suitable premises that we was going to use, and then everything got cancelled. But our plan is to get an AL licence, which will be just after Christmas, and then we are going to get a unit. These snakes are best off not with a massive shed, because they do prefer actually smaller spaces. But they will have a big shed, and we are going to divide it down the middle. We're going to insulate it out. Frank will have one side and Princess will have the other. Our tegu that we've got, again, another shed. but it will be.
We forgot about Gamora today.
We have forgot about Gamora. Again, another shed, but this is going to have at least like 2 or 3 foot at the bottom where she can burrow, because that's what she loves to do. She loves to burrow. But again, another insulated shed where she can roam about. This is actually my birthday present last year.
If anyone remembers when we got her as well, she was really feisty. You know what I mean? You couldn't pick her up like this. But you get in there, right? Yeah. So,
My thumb's not
pretty.
food.
She loves toes. So normally I'm walking around barefoot, and if she sees your toes, she'll just start darting at your toes. So you got to make sure you have shoes on if she's roaming around. Don't we?
Here's another one. She can not be exactly grumpy, but she's a woman. She can be a bit moody every now and again. But again, she's moody. Just leave her alone, don't we? Me?
I'll tell you what, every time I've had her on camera, she loves it. Don't you?
Just the attention.
I've just jinxed it though.
Don't force your animal to be what you want them to be.
Yeah,
Just
don't force handle.
Let them be what they want to be, and you work around them.
If your animal, say you put it back badly, do you know when something bad's happened, then you put it back, they remember, and it's like it imprints on them, and you've got to try and work that out of them. If they want to do something, just let them do it. If she wanted to go down now, I'll just put her down. You know, I'm not going to force handle her, because then she's going to remember me doing that, and that's going to scare her in future. Hi Ben. Is there any animal up for adoption? I forgot to read the comments. That you'll be saddest to see leave. Oh God. So, yeah.
Nebula.
Oh, it's hard, isn't it? The albino burm.
Nebula for me. I've been very, very sad when she gets rehomed.
Yeah, to be, if I'm honest, actually, Garfield. The
Garfield as well.
Garfield the corn snake. We've had him longer than Nebula, and he's been up for adoption.
We've had him a while.
So.
But again, corn snakes as well is not another one that you're going to get up for adoption anytime soon. Well, sorry, not going to get a home anytime soon. Corn snakes are another one that's a less desirable snake.
So.
Animal you rarely get into
Tigers.
rescue.
Don't really get tigers.
Do you know what? I think the ones we rarely get into the rescues.
Crested geckos and chameleons.
No, I think they are the highly wanted ones and the very pretty ones.
People sell them on Facebook first, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
But I don't necessarily think the homes that they're in are fantastic homes.
Yeah.
Do you know, like people could get tegus and, you know, all the rest of it and give them homes that are actually fantastic, but they'll keep them just because they look great.
Yeah.
I think the ones that we get in rescue are the ones that don't look fantastic. And a lot of people just like to, exactly with the wilds, you know, with corn snakes and all the rest of it. I do generally think that, you're resting your head, we get in rescue the ones that don't look nice.
The thing is though as well though, like,
I think.
in rescue,
Okay,
we don't want to take all the animals in. We only want to take the poorly ones. I mean, that's why we started doing the plea for help. So that means, do you know what I mean? If you're in that area and you can help, then you can message. If we're bringing healthy ones into the rescue, it takes up our space, and we've got 200 axolotls maybe plus in the other room, in the cold room, and do you know what I mean? A lot of them now are ready to go, and we're struggling to find homes for them. Yeah. I think the last month we've probably rehomed 4 animals.
Yeah, maybe.
That's it. Do you know what I mean? And then. So, yeah, it must be about 4 animals, that's it. Oh, so now she wants to go, so I'm going to let you go back. Yeah, oh no, the cat's over there.
But yeah, I think in rescue, and then the other thing as well is that people come to rescue and see that it's a minimum donation and then want these flamboyant, fantastic looking axolotls with huge filly gills and, you know, big and fat and all this bit. I think some people sometimes have got to understand that the rescues that we get, as you know, we do get them to the best health as what we possibly can, but they ain't going to look fantastic. They ain't going to be even aesthetically pleasing.
Dumarill's boa. Animals. This is quite a rare animal as well to see in this rescue. A dream animal. Ooh. A dream animal now. So, see, I've got my dream animals.
I've got one.
And it always changes.
I've
I know
got
what
one.
yours is.
I know.
But, so my first was the retic, got that. What would I want? I got the scorpions, they're something that I've been wanting to get into for a long time. I want to get some spiders. Maybe a Nile monitor for me.
Oh, Nile
for
monitor.
me, maybe a Nile monitor.
I want
Something
a
like
lavender albino retic.
They are pretty, I have to
I
admit.
have seen a few of them.
Anaconda.
Oh, yeah, we saw an anaconda as well.
God, is that a hard choice? I need to put my glasses back on so I can actually read the comments.
Not the animals.
What about you, Emma? Because I know you love your reptiles. What's your dream animal?
Megan just put, get your glasses on, old man, squinting.
See, I can read that now. I didn't see it before.
It's not the colour of the animals, but the personality. That's exactly it. That's why you're one of our fosters, Kyle. One of our very good fosters, you and your missus. Take on a lot of animals. You're my side wing.
I'll tell you what as well.
Can I message you about the Burmese python?
Yeah, send a message to the page and
Not
we'll
the
probably get that to you
granite,
tomorrow.
the one we've gone out. Which one
The
have we
albino
got
berm.
out?
I'm not.
Which one have we got out?
No, we've got the albino. I'll get the albino.
Right, we've got an albino Ben, we've got an albino berm.
That's the one he's on about because I said that we've had it for a while.
I just got sort of from you guys as well, perfect, but wouldn't replace it for the world. Exactly, they are unique. They don't have to look like absolutely perfect with loads of gills and all the rest of it. They're still an animal, no matter what they look like.
No, don't hide.
Hello, I had Gamora out. Where was you?
Hello?
Emma's just put, Tegu, I want to see Gamora. Ben, how big is it? That's a personal question. He's getting it out at the minute. Might take him a while.
One albino berm. So I think she's about 7 foot, but she is so pretty, especially her head, so bright.
Yeah.
I love the way as well down here. At the top, it's like, hey sweetheart, it's more the yellow, and then down here you've got the white part around the yellow saddles. I don't know if you can see it on there or not, but so you got the white part on the yellow saddles, and it makes it look awesome. Yeah. Same with her. Give her a little stroke on the head first before you get her out. Get her out.
Better know what you're there for. Food or cuddles.
Oh, Emma's dream animal is the tegu. She wants to steal Gamora. Go on then, buddy.
You can steal her when she's put piles of poo in the bin and we have to clean it out. You can steal her then. But then I want her back. She's mardy sometimes though, isn't she?
Gamora.
Yeah, when I tried to get that little bit of skin off her the other day and she cupped her tail around like that, got a full thing of mud, chucked it in my face, didn't she? Had a mouthful.
Yeah. She is awesome. See, I bought her for Tara's birthday. It was someone actually that wanted to rehome it, but they wanted paying for it. So, well, obviously I intended to because it's your birthday. So I paid for it, got her back, and now she sits with me on the sofa.
So now I need another animal because you've nicked my last one. No, dream animals is Tegu. We want to steal her.
Honestly, tegus are awesome. Only for
Yeah,
experienced
they're
people like you are, Emma.
Yeah.
But they do take some work. I would recommend getting one from a baby still.
Yeah.
Because it's always good to see them grow up.
Tanks versus vivariums. Would you say a tank is suitable to use as a vivarium? What are you on about, woman?
So it's
Tanks versus vivariums.
Depends
Would
what
you
you're
say
using
a
it for.
tank is suitable to use as a vivarium?
Depends for the animal.
Yeah,
So
it
if it's for a
depends on the
snail,
animal.
if it's for a snail,
Snails, okay.
yeah, I'll put it in a tank.
I
Then
would-
again, they're not a reptile, are they?
I want to put snakes in that in a tank. On
No,
yes.
no, especially big snakes. Do you know, they go to strike at
Yeah.
glass, they can't break, and you've got
Things
4 sides.
change over the years, and like husbandry changes, and with reptiles, I've learnt from you. No heat mats anymore. They're kind of out the window, aren't they?
Ceramic bulbs.
It's either ceramic bulbs.
What do you mean? Oh, heat mats.
Heat
Oh, sorry, I thought you
mats.
said heat bulbs.
No, heat mats are out the window.
Yeah, you shouldn't use a heat mat. Heat mats should not be used for anything apart from like a glass tank, in my opinion.
Yeah, for
and
our
that's
snails.
for the snails and stuff, because obviously ceramic heat emitters will dry it out too much and they need the humidity.
But now we're changing our CHEs for halogen bulbs.
So even on our snakes, there's like, I'm always learning ourselves, we're always researching, even now. And on the snakes, there's been more information about them actually liking to bask and things. And also, like the ceramic heat emitters do dry up, so the humidity is harder to control. So we're changing now from all our snakes, from ceramic heat emitters to halogen bulbs, and using them for all our snakes now. And the ones that we've done it so far to, like Jeffrey and stuff, they do bask.
Nicole, I actually have called Ava an animal tonight because of the explosive nappy that I had earlier. I did call her an animal.
Right, most demanding,
so
time
the most demanding.
Animal.
The Chinese water dragons want to come out a lot.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, but then again, the tortoises.
Yeah, I was about to say, for me, the redfoot tortoise.
The tortoises, they need a lot of interaction as well.
Because you got to bath them. Do you know what I mean? Better for hydration and just cleaning up because they're big heavy animals, so the water bowls, it's tanks off and everything from the top as well. That's right. There was a video going round of, I think it was a berm that came out and bit a woman and wrapped around, but to be fair, that woman was an idiot. Stuff like that.
No, she had breeding animals. She had animals and like snake rats and that like in that room as well, which is stupid.
If your husbandry is crap, your snake is going to react rubbish. Do you know that's...
Nicole, a few people I've seen have snakes in tanks. Well, they shouldn't.
It's mostly in America and stuff, but it's hard to say because some animals can be all right in a tank, but they feel exposed as well. So say you've got 4 glass sides for a snake, they feel exposed because they've got to try and keep an eye of all their surroundings to see if there's a predator coming at them because they're not like going to be 100% sure that they're secure in there because they can see it out of everywhere. So in a vivarium, 3 sides are blackened out, and all they've got to do is look what's coming out the front. Do you know, so it's, for me, for something like that, it's definitely a vivarium. Or if it's like a tank sort of thing, like if you're using a massive thing,
thank
3
you,
sides
try
dark.
our best after your inspiration. You do very well. Kyle, you and your missus, honestly, you've
Been
done
great.
you've done absolutely fantastic. Well done. When this guy's going to get some tarantulas when he moves out.
I'll get some. There's a couple. It's hard. See,
no.
what do I want? See, I do want a little jumping spider because I think they're pretty cute, but they're only small.
Yeah, you want a divorce as well, don't you?
Was it? Is it a salmon pink tarantula? There's loads. I want loads. I do want handable ones as well. Do you know what I mean? So I need to research more. Oh, that reminds me. We've got some more animals coming. Well, we've got eggs coming. It's not for axolotls. Someone, remember?
Oh, yeah.
We've got getting some stick insects from getting some eggs. Blue stick insects. So we've got some eggs coming. Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't really use it.
Well, for the UK, I see various animals and tanks.
I think America, their animal policies are just messed up.
Fancy rats in tanks? That's disgusting.
I mean, there's a lot of invasive animals as well in America, and there's a lot more new licensing and stuff coming into play, which I reckon eventually will end up affecting the trade in the UK, import-wise. But then again, I don't think we import that much, to be fair now, but everything's always changing.
No, I don't have any sort of animal like that in tanks.
Live bird eater.
Saying, shut up or I'll block you from the group. Alright? I know what spider you're on about, and not a chance. No.
Now, the main thing for us is getting a lot of stuff in, not for kids to hold, but for kids to see, and try and drive away the fear of the unknown, because that's... Yeah, salmon bird eater. That's what I'm on about. That's what I want!
Emma, I've only just added you as admin, love.
Emma, it's actually coming up to my birthday soon, you know.
Do you want to see your next birthday?
Do you want an albino lavender retic?
I do want an albino lavender retic.
There you go, so I get my tarantulas.
It's
easy.
It can stay outside.
Right then. So what time is it? Bloody hell. I was only meant to be doing this for 20 minutes. It's been over an hour. Right, so I've enjoyed the last bit actually.
Yeah.
Swap you for the burn.
Oh, Ben, actually, I think he did ask what's the biggest animal we've got. The biggest snake
Princess.
we've got, I think. Yeah, it'll be Princess. Princess, I think, was about 15 foot last time.
Yeah,
measured
about
her.
15 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, about 15.
Mexican golden red rump. I don't think I've even seen it. I don't think I've even heard of it.
Yeah, you don't want to get no, dear, no. Favourite tarantula I had was a Mexican golden red rump.
I don't think I've ever heard of one.
No.
But I tell you what, since Kyle was there messaging as well, I am jealous of your Williamson dwarf gecko, the male, because you've got the male, haven't you? And the males are just beautiful.
I think his missus sent that just to annoy you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's one of my dream animals
pictures
as well.
were sent just to pee you off. You have one at the rescue called Goliath. Ellie, go away! Does Gaz have to stay outside with the tarantula? Of course.
But yes, what was it? Yeah. You got a lavender retic.
Have you got a lavender retic? Seriously. Don't wind me up.
If you have, do you want to PM us after this live?
Oh,
and we'll
Ellie,
have a
have
chat?
you got a lavender retic, really?
Kyle, that's not something. Yes, I'll have to come and visit him. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Then you just nip to the loo. I just put them in my pocket and drive off. Nah, they're really beautiful animals out there. That's one. I'd say that's probably one of my dream animals. Emma, I don't know if you've seen them, but I think you'd love them if you saw them. So, them dwarf geckos, the males are really bright blue, and they're stunning.
Yeah,
they really
you
are.
like that.
They're quite small as well. So, not many people actually know about them. I don't think. There's a lot of animals that nobody knows.
Oh, Ellie, was you just winding me up? Oh, you're mean.
You're here.
Yeah, you're here.
About
We're
to go.
going now. Where you been?
I ain't had my tea yet. It's been good to see everyone stick around. Oh, they do. So, PM us, Ellie.
PM me some pictures then, please.
Yeah, and we'll see what space we've got.
You make space.
I'll tell you another dream animal, actually, what I've seen. A sloth. That was cute when I saw that. That was awesome. Oh, 15 foot. Oh, God. I don't think we've got space for another big retic like that just yet. Plus, if you're having it as a pet, you want it as a baby.
Hmm?
No. Oh, you seen him? Oh, I can't believe it's that big. Right then, so thank you all for watching. And I hope you have all enjoyed it. Hopefully someone can learn something from the talks of what we said. Oh, definitely after lockdown.
Yeah, Ellie, just message us where you are, because I'm sure I spoke to you before, but I can't remember where you are. My memory's terrible. But yeah, after lockdown, I'll definitely have to come and have a look.
So remember, guys, follow us on TikTok. I need to start doing some more YouTube videos. I don't have time. But we're going to try and... Soon I'll be going live on TikTok as well, once a month. Hopefully doing it there as well. It'll be a little bit different to this. But we're going to do some more educational stuff. We also got some kids to do some drawings. So during...
Oh, yeah,
we've got one that's up here. But I'm not going to show them just yet. Oh, you can see them.
Oh.
Just there. It's alright. But there's more coming in the post. I can remember quite a few people's messages. So we did a competition. It's still going if any of you have got kids that want to do it. Draw a reptile or an axolotl, send it in. We're going to close it on Friday. And then we're going to do some prizes and stuff like that.
No, right, so if we get a sloth, it has to be called Sid.
Sloths, they just look awesome.
Yeah,
they're really cuddly and stuff as
So
well.
Emma said, what animal could we have that's not a reptile?
Oh.
I would
Sloth?
say, no, a Newfoundland.
Ooh.
A Newfoundland, definitely.
Oh, what about a pure Rottweiler?
I've had a pure Rottweiler before.
Yeah, but Rottweiler's the best dog.
They are. I've got half of one over there, and she's an idiot. I don't want another one. A Newfie. Definitely.
I'm trying to think, because there's so many animals in there. I don't know.
Rottweiler's my favourite, I must admit, but a Newfie would be the second.
Yeah, I'll go with sloth. I'll just go out there somewhere. Do you know
I
what
really
I mean?
watched lives, but this was great. Thank you guys, made my boring night. Can
Oh.
I take pictures of pictures and send it on Facebook?
I would prefer it if you could post it. If you can't, then we'll do it that way, and I'll try and print it off if I can sort it out. It's just, I was going to do a little video with them all and show everyone them and then send like some replies out as well with some sweets or something, and then was going to get, one of them was going to be framed as well. So it'd be good to have the original sort of to frame. But if you can't, then yeah, send a pic, I'll print it off and we'll do it like that. Let's see what we can do there. Rotty Cross Alsatian. Well, we've got
a Rotty Cross Husky. Bring on Katana. There we go.
Katana, look, say hi.
What's this? This is our Rotty Cross Husky. That's absolute vibe.
She thinks she's a lap dog, honestly.
She just thinks she's a lap dog. But she is absolutely fantastic. I must admit, in this house, it's absolutely full of animals. You take in every single one, don't you? Me?
Because you're a lazy dog.
Just because you can't be arsed with
Yeah.
really, most of the time.
Birds. I'd see. I was going to get a Harris Hawk.
No.
I wanted a Harris Hawk.
Scared of birds.
New car hook, guys.
Nicole, last time you set a drawing in, it's now our bloody
logo. Right, get down, you soft lump.
Oh, some cuddles.
Get down. Go away. Honestly, she'll jump in bed with us and she'll go under the blanket and she'll sit with her paws out the blanket up here, right in the middle. You're stupid, aren't you? She's broken. She's not a real dog, honestly.
It's not a real one.
Right.
At all.
Hebo, yeah. Right, so Laura actually sponsored Hebo. If you don't know, so Hebo came because he was Chinese water dragons. They do a lot of glass rubbing, and he ended up with bones sticking out his mouth. And we started doing sponsors when we brought really poorly animals in, and Laura sponsored Hebo. We took him to the vets, and there was no infection. Eventually, he might need reconstructive surgery on his mouth, so we decided to keep him because that could be very expensive. I didn't want to risk putting him in a home,
yeah.
and
if it gets
their financial
infected.
reasons they can't do that.
Yeah.
So we decided to keep him. So
if it
right,
gets
Tana, you get down,
if it gets infected, it's going to need
go lay down.
reconstructive surgery where they're going to pull the skin around the side and get it to the front. If it needs that, at the moment it's been alright. But he absolutely loves people now, where he didn't before. And he would just come out and jump on you, won't he? Hello, sweetie. You come in?
So he's still putting on weight. He's getting there slowly. It is taking a while to bulk him up. But
no, it's fab out, yeah. So that's the... Oh. You jumped in the sink earlier when I was trying to wash up, didn't you? Hey, pack it. Turn round.
Can you show us around the room? I will do next time. We've had most of the animals out anyway, as we normally do. But yeah, next time we can do a full room tour or something like that if you just want. If that's something you'd be interested in, we can sort that out.
Do that on the next slide if you want.
Yeah.
But if you can see there, he's got bone. You can see them little orangey pale patches on either side.
You can see his reflection.
He's got bone on either side, bless him.
He's got his own personality, like all the animals. But
He's one, he really does not just... He just wants to be out with everybody.
yeah, he
doesn't
loves it, don't you?
He absolutely loves people. He wants to be out with everybody. He wants to be able to do what he wants when he wants. Love your food. So yeah.
You can see the water. He just wants to go swimming. He loves it. Well,
You know, I was washing up earlier when I had the tap on and there was nothing in the sink, but he legged it in there and just started drinking the water, didn't you?
do you know, I just realised we had the basilisk out and I didn't even do a story about him. Do you know what I mean? The Jesus Christ, they can walk on water. That's a good talking point.
Yeah. I think we've been talking enough now.
Yeah, I think it is now time to go. In fact, the kids are meant to be asleep by now. I can hear them. So I need to go and turn all their stuff off. Hey, chunky monster. What? Did I call you chunky? Why are you looking at me like that?
It's not chunky.
What?
So look at your belly.
Normally, it jumps on my head. All the time, it jumps on my head.
You like to be the highest place up.
Yeah, normally on my head.
Yeah,
If I'm honest, Ellie, I think they know every single animal in here, apart from the basilisk, but that's because I've let him be a display animal. I can go in with no worries and just get them.
All of them out.
Yeah.
Even Pegasus. Pegasus was one of the... he was a carpet python that we've still got.
Which naturally always been.
Yeah. And I let him... Well, I didn't let him. When I got him out, he nipped me. And I thought, well, I'm not going to put him back for nipping me.
That's what I mean by don't put back on a
Because
bad
then
reaction.
he'll think every time he nips me, he'll get put back, and their vivs are usually their safe place. So I had no choice. I had to let him. Where you going? I had to let him bite me, and he did do a few times.
Put you back.
But I still held
it's
him.
Too late. You're
kept
not running
holding
about
him.
this time of night. No.
And eventually now he
You're
is.
not running
Go back then. He's absolutely just soft as smoke. You can get him out, put him back, do whatever you want. But I think it is, yeah, building a relationship with them. I think, innit?
Yeah. Like I said, you got to read
no
your
matter
animal
what
and stuff.
background they've come from, if you treat them a certain way, it's very easy to get that relationship with them.
And one of the biggest ones is husbandry. As long as your husbandry's right, the animal's a lot happier, and that helps a lot. Do you know what I mean? It's like people say with geckos and snakes they don't need UV. Just put one in. They might not need it to survive, but it's going to give them a better life.
They benefit
it's
from that.
Natural. Do you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you give them it? It's not expensive. Do you know what I mean?
well behave? The kids are reptiles.
Easy.
Reptiles. My 4-year-old basically pooed on me earlier. At least the reptiles leave it in a corner for me to pick up.
Oh no, the tortoises normally poo on me. Well, the Indian stars did, but
That's a little tiny bit. 4-year-old.
It was awful.
Covered me. Not happy.
Right.
Definitely, the reptiles are well behaved. Plus, you can leave them and go out for an hour. You can't do that with the kids, so you get frowned upon.
Yeah. Apparently the neighbours weren't happy. Thank you very much for all the nice comments as well. It does mean a lot. I mean, like we say, we don't take nothing from the rescue. Do you know what I mean? Any donations made or anything that comes through, it all stays with the rescue, and we finance majority of it out of our own pocket still. So we're quite lucky to be in a position to be able to do that, especially with the pandemic that we're having.
We don't mind doing that though.
Yeah, we don't mind doing it. I'm not moaning or anything like that. Don't take that wrong. So we're grateful that we're in a position to be able to do it and carry it on. Hopefully, I know we've had to delay it, and at one point we was going to not do it. So we still want to have the unit, the little reptile zoo. We still want it to be free as well. We want it to be free. So you come in and just after you finish, just put a donation in, leave a bit of feedback, stuff that we can improve on. Because like I said, we're always learning and researching and stuff as well. And then we're going to do birthday parties there and tours and things like that. And it's something that we hope to look forward to in the future.
Hopefully this pandemic will be over soon, and then
yeah,
beginning of next year we'll be able to put on with it, won't we?
Yeah, that's it. Get Christmas over and done with. Do you know what I mean? Get that financial burden off us, and then we'll start putting away for this. We do actually have a GoFundMe page, which we're not taking nothing out of it. It's actually just going to keep running and running, and if it helps us reach that total a bit quicker than it does, but we don't really like asking anyway. But people do enough with getting worms and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Right. Oh, Laurie, you don't need to. It's appreciated. Wish I could do more time. Kyle, you and Laura do a lot for us. We've got, like I said, we've got fosters all around the UK. Have we got some in Scotland still? Oh, are they gone?
No, Emma Laurie's in Scotland.
Oh yeah, Emma's in it. Yeah. And all of yous, we couldn't do what we're doing at the moment without yous, and the admin as well has been fantastic. Because I know I do the page, but the group really at the moment I don't really have anything to do with. I've been doing the YouTube side, the TikTok side, the page, and advertising, trying to get sponsors for the video. So yeah, again, I'll drop them in again. Actually, this is sponsored by the Cotswold Veg Box Company. So if anyone is local or anything in the Cotswolds, drop a message, and they do massive hampers that they donate to us. We've got a good sponsor for the next one, which is Custom Caves. I don't know if you've seen the picture that I put on that we're doing the raffle for, and the cave, it is amazing. And normally it would only cost 18 quid with delivery. It's an absolute bargain, and I'm going to buy some. Especially, you can have them in your axolotl time, but I want to buy some for the sherbet, the leopard gecko, and the bearded dragon, because it's going to be awesome.
Oh, Laura, I'm not surprised you've got another one coming soon. You said you was going to stop now. We said that. We said that though as well, didn't we?
Yeah. It's addictive, innit, reptiles? It really is.
Yeah.
But they're awesome.
As long as you've got the room for them.
Yeah, that's it. Look, we've got a massive front room.
Yeah, the kids don't mind having a little corner. Right, let's go now then.
Yeah, let's go. Right, thank you all guys for joining in, and we're going to do this again next month, so it'll be the 1st of December, and we will see you all then.
Bye.
You've seen me for a little bit longer. Oh, finished. Oh, you got a message.